Good morning, everyone. We are looking at ELA Stephanie Kwolek's Amazing Invention, Part A, Lesson 14.8. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and start with our morning greeting. Go ahead and repeat after me. I am kind. I am smart. I am loved. I am important. I believe in myself. I can do anything. We will go ahead and say our class mission statement. Our mission is to always help others, to try even when it's hard, to be kind to each other, and to be kind to ourselves. For question check-in, let's go ahead and make sure that those listening ears are turned on. You can show me that your eyes are on my screen. You can hold up cactus hands for me and show me that you are not holding any toys, pencils, markers, or anything that could distract you, and go ahead and wave good morning to each other. You can put your hands down and take a deep breath. Go ahead and let that breath out. Are you going to give this lesson your absolute best? Give me 2 thumbs up. Great work, boys and girls. Remember, we are recording every lesson that we have here so that you can go back and watch the recording again if you need to. And don't forget about our classroom rules. Lesson goals for today, I can read the article, Stephanie Kwolek's Amazing Invention. I can learn new words. I can explain how the information in an article is organized, and I can put events in an article in sequence or the order that they happened in. Good morning, boys and girls. So in this lesson, we will explore how information is organized in a text. We will learn what it means to put things in chronological order or sequence. For today's lesson, you don't need to grab this magazine. However, if you would like to reread Stephanie Kwolek's Amazing Invention during your own time, it is in this K-12 World magazine called Inspiring Inventions. Before beginning today's reading, you are going to learn about how authors organized information in different ways, including chronological order or time order. So biographies are nonfiction texts. That means that they are real. They describe the important events in a person's life. Most biographies are written in sequence. This means that the author describes the important events in a person's life in the order in which the events happened. A signal or clue that a biography is organized in sequence is when the author includes dates or mentions years in the text. When an article tells the years of important events from earliest to latest, we can also say that it's written in chronological order or time order. Let's look at some examples of sequence clues in a biography. So we know that Robert's Rockets is organized in sequence based on sentences like these. In 1882, Robert H. Goddard was born in Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay. It says here in 1899, Robert was 17 years old. One day, he climbed a cherry tree. He looked around. He was high up. He could see far away. He could see beautiful fields. Notice how the information starts with Robert's birth, and then it moves towards telling about how about him when he got older, right? So we see those dates. In 1882, that's when he was born, and then in 1899, it talks about how he grew up and different things that he did as he got older. All right, guys, let's go ahead and review important words to know. Our first one is fiber. Go ahead and say the word fiber. Fabulous. A fiber is a small thread of cloth or clothing. All of your clothes are made up of tiny little fibers of material. Okay, next we have the word natural. Natural means found in nature, not made by humans. So we use the word natural to describe things that come from the earth. Have you ever picked your own fruit or vegetables at a farm? Okay, so if you've picked apples from a tree, berries from a bush, or vegetables from the ground, these are examples of natural products. Chemical is our next word to know. A chemical is one of the many substances that make up the world's materials. Some chemicals, like salt and sugar, are natural. Other chemicals, like toothpaste and detergent, are made by people. So what are some examples of chemicals that you can use when you bake at home? So chemicals that you can bake at home include salt, sugar, baking powder, or water. They are different kinds of chemicals in our everyday life. All right, boys and girls, next we have the word spin. To spin is to twist and pull a material to reshape it so that it becomes long and thin. When you spin something, you rotate it in a very fast motion. Sometimes machines spin things to create products. So if you think about cotton candy, when they're making cotton candy machines and paint spinners are examples of machines that spin things quickly. All right, next we have the word armor. Go ahead and say the word armor. Armor is a special body covering made from strong materials that a person wears for protection in battle or other dangerous situations. A knight or anyone who has fought in a war throughout history has usually worn some type of armor to protect themselves from getting hurt. What animals can you think of that have armor? So when we think of a turtle, a crab, lobster, they all have hard shells that protect them like armor protects a knight. Go ahead, take a brain break. You can pause this recording, use the restroom, stretch your legs, get some water, and then come back to your seats after your brain break. All right, boys and girls, we are going to go ahead and read Stephanie Kwolek's amazing invention. Go ahead and track the words with your finger as I read out loud. I am tracking the words with my pointer, with my laser pointer, and let's go ahead and begin. Stephanie Kwolek's amazing invention. Stephanie Kwolek was born in 1923 in New Kensington, Pennsylvania. She had many interests. She liked to draw and to sew. She liked to write poems. She liked to explore nature. Stephanie liked school too. Her best subjects were math and science. She was so good at science that her teachers thought she would be a scientist. At that time, not many women worked as scientists. Here is a map of what Pennsylvania looks like and where New Kensington is located. And this is a picture of Stephanie Kwolek in a laboratory. School and work. Stephanie went to college. She studied scientist. She became an expert in chemistry. But she did not plan to be a scientist. She wanted to be a doctor. Sorry, guys. Stephanie did not have enough money to pay for medical school, so she decided to get a job instead. Students learned in a lab like this one in the 1940s. She planned to work for a few years to save money. In 1946, she got a job at a big company called DuPont in Buffalo, New York. Stephanie worked in a laboratory. She worked on finding ways to make strong new fibers. DuPont also had locations like this one in New Jersey. All right, new fibers. Once all cloth was made from natural fibers. Some, like cotton, came from plants. Others, like wool, came from animals such as sheep. But in the 1930s, scientists began to use chemicals to make new kinds of fibers, such as nylon. That was Stephanie's job. It was very interesting. She learned a lot. She said each day there was something new. I loved that. Stephanie liked her job. She wanted to stay at DuPont, so she changed her plan. She decided not to become a doctor. In 1965, she was still working at DuPont. She was trying to make a new kind of fiber to improve car tires. And here to the right, guys, it says cotton clothes are made from plant fibers. Wool cloths are made from fibers of sheep's wool. And then this backpack is made of a fiber called nylon. An amazing discovery. Every day, Stephanie mixed chemicals together. Then she melted them into a clear liquid. A special machine spun the liquid into fibers. Then scientists tested the fibers. One day, Stephanie made a new liquid. It did not look like the others. It was not clear. It looked cloudy. So Stephanie, this is a photograph of her at work in a laboratory around 1960. She took it to the man who ran the spinning machine. He did not want to put it in, but Stephanie convinced him to try. the liquid did turn into fibers. They were very light, but they were also very strong. They were 5 times stronger than steel. Stephanie had discovered an amazing new fiber, and DuPont named it Kevlar. Kevlar fibers are strong and stiff. They look like this up close and woven together. Saved by Kevlar. In 1975, police officers in Seattle, Washington began wearing vests made of Kevlar. One of them was Raymond T. Johnson. One day Raymond was in a store. A robber came in with a gun. He tried to shoot Raymond, but Raymond's vest blocked the bullet and it saved his life. Soon police in more cities began wearing bulletproof Kevlar vests like Raymond's. Today, soldiers wear Kevlar Army too. It helps keep them safe. Kevlar vests and armor have saved the lives of more than 3,000 people. And here's a picture here, a photograph of a police officer wearing a Kevlar vest, as well as someone in the U.S. Army. And then here it shows a Kevlar helmet and how, and if you look close, guys, you can even see the bullet hole going through, but not penetrating the helmet because it's made with Kevlar, and it has saved over 3,000 lives. That is really cool. Many uses. Kevlar is not just used for armor and bulletproof vests. Today, it is used in more than 200 products. Kevlar blocks heat and fire, so it is used in firefighters' clothes. It is used for many things that need to be strong and light, and it is used in tires and rope. It is used in skis and tennis rackets. It is used in boats, bridges, airplanes, and spaceships. And here it shows pictures of the different things it's made in. So briefcases, oven mitts, pants, fireproof coveralls. A great invention. Stephanie was proud of her invention. She was proud that it saved so many lives. Stephanie Kwolek won many prizes for her work, and she was a great inventor. Here it says Stephanie was a great inventor. She died in 2014. And then here it says these are some of the products made with Kevlar. So we can see helicopter parts and sails are also made with Kevlar. Go ahead, pause this recording, take a quick brain break, and then you can come back to your seats. Assuming you're done with your brain break, we are going to check for understanding. You will now take a closer look at Stephanie Kwolek's amazing invention and explore text structures in informational text such as cause and effect and sequence. Information in a text can be organized in different ways, such as in sequence, like cause and effect, or problem and solution. So go ahead, pause this recording, get out your materials, and then you can press play once you have your materials. Okay, so how is the information in this article organized? A, sequence or chronological order. B, problem and solution, or C, cause and effect. How do you think the information in this article was organized? A, sequence or chronological order, B, problem and solution, or C, cause and effect. You can write your answer choice down, and then you can, learning coaches, take a picture of your student's answer choice and send it to me on Class Dojo or by email, and then that will give them credit for watching this recording. The answer is A, sequence or chronological order. Next question, guys. How can we tell the article is organized in sequence? A, the text lists events that happened and the effects from that. B, the text has the years, the events of Kwolek's life told in the order they happened. Or C, the text lists problems and then the solutions that solved those problems. If you did not take a picture of your student's recent answer choice for the last question, go ahead and make sure you take a picture of this one and send it to me on Class Dojo or by email, and they will receive credit for watching this recording. The answer is B, the text has the years, the events of Kwolek's life told in the order that they happened. All right, guys, now I'm going to ask you some questions about the events of Stephanie Kwolek's life and check your understanding. When was Stephanie Kwolek born? A, 1997, B, 1923, or C, 2015? Go ahead and write your answer choice down. Again, you can pause this recording at any time and then press play when you're ready to see the correct answer. All right, so she was born in 1923. What did Stephanie do after she became an expert in chemistry? A, she went to work for DuPont. B, she decided to become a doctor. Or C, she retired. So think about what happened next. What did Stephanie do after she became an expert in chemistry? A, she went to work for DuPont. B, she decided to become a doctor. Or C, she retired. The answer is A, she went to work for DuPont. Next question, guys. When did Stephanie decide not to become a doctor? A, in 2024, B, in 2016, or C, in 1965? When did Stephanie decide not to become a doctor? A, in 2024, B, in 2015, or C, in 1965? The answer is C, in 1965 is when she decided to not become a doctor. Next question. What did Stephanie do first? Decide not to become a doctor or invent Kevlar? So both of these things happened, but which one happened first? What did Stephanie do first? Decide not to become a doctor or invent Kevlar? A, Stephanie decided not to become a doctor before she invented Kevlar. Or B, Stephanie invented Kevlar after she decided not to become a doctor. B, Stephanie invented Kevlar after she decided not to become a doctor. Next question. When did police officers start wearing vests made of Kevlar, the fiber Stephanie invented? A, in 1975, B, in 2025, or C, in 2007? When did police officers start wearing vests made of Kevlar, the fiber Stephanie invented? A, in 1975, B, in 2025, or C, in 2007? The answer is A, in 1975. Wow, guys, you worked hard. So let's review what we learned. In this lesson, you learned a biography is the story of a person's life written by another person. Some stories are written in chronological order. Sequence is the order in which things happen. And this is a way to organize a text but puts details in time order. You may log off, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.